Hey everybody, Chris from Ascension Velo. I'm on my way down to Woven Precision Hand Builds. They are a company making carbon wheels built in Ottawa, and we're going to go pick up a carbon fat bike wheel, take a little shop tour, and meet Brad, who's one of the technicians there at the shop, and he's going to give us a bit of a shop tour and show us what's what, how they build carbon wheels, and have a little question period with them. So stay tuned, we're almost there. Everybody, we're with Brad at Woven Wheels at their shop in Ottawa, and Brad's going to show us a little bit about what Woven is, who they are, and what they do.
Yeah, my name is Brad Coopers. I've been working with Woven Precision Hand Builds. I've been with the company now for about 5 years in total, I guess 4 years in total, and now I work with them full time on a day-to-day basis.
How long has Woven been in existence?
We're looking about approximately 11-12 years, and in the past like 9 years we've been like a functional day-to-day selling company.
You guys do fat bike wheels, road, mountain, gravel, everything?
We do everything from full disc tri rear wheels, anything road rim brake, 25 millimeter depth all the way to 85 millimeter depth, disc wheels, gravel disc wheels, 650, fat, mountain, plus rims.
Everything.
Everything.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How did Woven start? Who were the guys behind it?
Two owners, Jamie Pold and Kent Dougal. It started, I guess, well, maybe 12 years ago. They might correct me on this one, but they were looking for carbon options for some of our race customers in the Ottawa area, and purchasing a variety of carbon rims from various Asian companies, and kind of morphed into more of a full-time wheel company.
You were mentioning that there are definitely different tiers and qualities. Tell us a little bit about the different qualities we're finding and where Woven sits in that quality range.
Yeah, early days of carbon manufacturing seemed to be really hit and miss. You either got a good batch or a bad batch of whatever that product was. Fast forwarding to like late 2018, 2019, 2020. Manufacturers definitely have the processes have definitely advanced. Now what we're seeing is in the manufacturer, you've got a kind of upper level tier down to maybe a second or third tier, and quality is going to depend mostly on like the tolerances, radial tolerance, lateral tolerance of the rim coming out of a mold.
So the stuff you see for $100 on eBay, that's not what we're looking at today here.
That's not what we're looking at all. No, we're looking at, we focus on top tier only. So we have radial and lateral run out of about 1/10 of a millimeter.
That seems really small.
It's very small.
Okay.
And what that allows us to do is basically guarantee that wheel build is going to be as best as it can be. Spoke tension as equalized as it needs to be to build basically the strongest wheel we can offer.
Awesome. All right, so what do we got here? What makes a woven wheel a woven wheel?
Well, first and foremost, it's a multi-step process just to get the products ready for the build. Sapim is our spoke of choice. We use a couple different models depending on rider weight, riding style, and the intention of the wheel.
And that's all custom done on the website when you do
Yes.
okay, so if you weigh 250 pounds or 150 pounds, you're getting a different wheel or a different build.
Exactly. You're going to get something tailored more to your body weight and your riding style.
Cool.
Sapim spokes come to us packaged. There's no preparation on the threaded end. There's usually a bit of an oil to prevent any kind of corrosion developing en route or on shipping route. So each and every one of these spokes gets washed by hand in the sink with dish detergent.
Okay.
So we start off with an absolute clean spoke and a very clean thread, which is most important. We're a big fan of using Wheelsmith spoke prep. We find that it sets up and cures very well. And on the end of the threaded portion of the spoke, good coating is kind of essential. And that's going to guarantee us a good lock on the nipple once the wheel build's complete. It also allows you to fine-tune and true the wheel down the road.
It's been my experience using carbon wheels and woven wheels in the past that I very rarely need to true them. Is that something that's sort of unique of carbon wheels? Aluminum wheels tend to get out of true more often. Is that because they're just more flexible and they don't bounce back to where they should be?
It's almost more based on how much load you can build that wheel to. So when you tension the wheel, aluminum wheels, some carbon rims, they're rated for a much lower kilogram force rating on the build or on the spoke and nipple combination. So with our rims, we have a very high rating on the load capacity, which allows us to build them to a very high tension.
Okay.
And higher tension, less movement with regular riding, less tension loss, and that's why you won't have as much service required on the wheel tension.
Got it.
We use alloy nipples, and there's lots. These are Sapim Polyax nipples. Just a regular threaded nipple, 7005 aluminum though. That's critical in terms of it being it's a harder material. We can build it to a high tension without deforming the nipple. Most nipples, lower price and will be 6000 series aluminum, more susceptible to corrosion, more susceptible to damage. And this is one of the most overlooked aspects of wheel build is spoke length. Having the correct spoke length for the final build and tension. And what we mean by that is, I'll get you to zoom in here. Once our wheel's tensioned and built, you'll notice the top of the spoke will protrude slightly. When it's flush with the end of that nipple head, there's no deformation in there. There's nowhere for that nipple to bend or to eventually shear. We see a lot of wheel builds coming around with the nipple or the spoke head just shy of the end of the nipple. That allows too much movement in the rim, and that's usually where you get some nipple failure. And it's a main cause of alloy nipple failure for sure. Each hub gets disassembled. This is a Shimano microspline body that's available on any of our hubs. In the drive ring, we use Dumond free hub grease, and in the pawls, we use some other Dumond. It's a liquid grease or light oil. Backing seals get oiled as well, just to keep everything from binding or wanting to roll smoothly. Yep, so we still offer...
These still exist?
They still exist. Lots of riders on rim brakes. This is our 45 millimeter depth road rim brake. And we still get a lot of calls for this. It has not gone away.
You'll still be producing that in the future?
Still producing this, yeah. It's not a discontinued model. These will always be available. Well, currently they're available, and they still will be. This is our latest generation brake track. Over the years, it's definitely changed as technology's changed. This brake track here, I think the heat rating on it is well north of 250 degrees Celsius. And some of the striations that we see in here handle the heat and water.
What else you got?
We're going to show you this, guys, because we're talking about rim brakes.
Whoa!
For those of you who don't know, yeah, this is one of our demo disc wheels that we've sent out over the past couple seasons for folks trying it out. But we still sell these. Lots of triathletes out there looking for them. Compatible with Shimano or Campagnolo. Not much to say about it other than it sounds really cool. It's speed. It's cool, fairly light. It's fast.
That's awesome.
Continuing on with maybe some of the new age road. This is a 650 gravel rim.
Okay, we like gravel.
So a little bit wider internal.
Yeah.
Most of these wheels, not most, all the wheels are tubeless compatible. We have a valve installed on this guy already. But you will mount your tire of choice, a little bit of sealant, and air it up, and away you go.
Awesome.
And that's in the 650 size, which is kind of neat. We do it, but we do lefty hubs.
Cannondale stuff.
So
lefty hubs.
A lot of Cannondales out in eastern Canada. So we do have that. That's one of our cross-country race rims. So these are front and rear specific. Very light and always available.
Very cool.
And last but not least, 'tis the season. So
fat bikes.
There's a 27.5 fat bike rim. This is one of our mainstay rims. We do them 27.5 or 26 inch. Of course, tubeless compatible. Micro splint on this one. XD. Drivers from SRAM or just regular Shimano Hyperglide is no problem. Convertible axles. You need a quick release for your quirky frame. We have those. Through axles are no problem. We still do sell 177 rear hubs. Should anybody have an older model they need to mount. We do 135 fronts as well.
And these are 197 at the
These ones are 197 with 12 millimeter through axle, so most of the current stuff.
Perfect.
But we, yeah, any end cap and any parts you need for any of our hubs, we always have in stock. Axles,
Amazing.
bearings, free hubs, end caps.
Talking about fat bike wheels, we get a lot of questions. I've been asked at the shop, and I'm sure you get it all the time. Is carbon okay to run when it's really cold outside? Is it more fragile or brittle? Do we have to be worried about hitting things when we're, jumping off something in the woods on a fat bike at -20?
Not at all. Carbon's a great material for wintertime. The temperature won't affect the carbon per se. When you're in the -50 to 60 to 70 category, whether you're looking at a metal or like a synthetic, like a carbon, things do become more brittle. However, we haven't had any issues. We've had these on expeditions up in the Arctic, up in northern Canada, well into the -60 category, and at that, you're not normally riding downhill on a carbon in that temperature, so there's no big rock strikes.
Right.
But for our local riders around Canada, riding these in winter conditions at -20, -30, not a problem at all. If anything, you'll notice grease, free hub grease or bearing grease be more problematic in terms of rolling.
Okay.
In terms of the structural integrity of the carbon rim, unaffected by the temperature.
Thanks to Brad and to Jamie for allowing us to spend some time with them at their shop today and explaining what goes into a woven wheel. I hope that was interesting for you guys and insightful. So if you are interested in seeing some more like that, leave us a comment below. And for more information about woven wheels, take a look below. I've linked their website and you can reach out to them there. Thanks again and enjoy. Have a good day.